Hi guys, here will be short energizing practice. We will work on all big muscle groups and I'll try to make it warm, and around 40 minutes it will take. I hope, if a little bit longer, you're free to stop anytime. And if you practice early morning, I recommend you to do some joint warm-up. You can take 10-15 minutes from my previous morning warm-up video, or you do it yourself. If you practice middle of the day or evening, you can just follow me from now. Let's start in table pose. Make sure your palms are underneath your shoulders, knees just hips width apart. Inhale, drop your back open through the chest, and with exhale, round your spine. Press the floor, create the space between shoulder blades. Inhale, open your chest, chin and hips up. And exhale, round your spine. Keep it here for now. Keep pushing through the arms. Create the space between shoulder blades. Belly in, tuck your core muscles. Scroll your toes under and lift your knees around 2 centimeters off the floor. Don't drop your shoulders. Keep pushing and slowly breathe here. Feel your core muscles starting to warm up. Your back muscles. Spread your fingers very widely. Imagine you want to grab the floor with your fingertips. And few more big breaths. You can move a little bit back and forward. You can try to lift your left heel up and feel how your right thigh start to work even more. Left heel up. Try not to lift your knees higher when you're lifting your heel off the floor. Round your spine even more. Knees same distance off the floor. Left palm on your hips, on your lower back. And let's change, and don't drop your shoulder blade. Keep pushing, keep rounding through the spine. Good. And then palms a little bit further. And step a little bit closer with your feet and stretch, lengthen your spine in downward facing dog. Keep breathing fully. Drop your head down. Allow your neck to lengthen. As you bend in your knees, rotate your hips even higher, open through the chest. It's a first downward dog. You can keep moving your hips from side to side, maybe bend your knees one by one. Breathe here. And with the next inhale, lean forward with your shoulders. Bring your right knee to the chest, to the plank pose. Plank with your right knee closer to your chest. Keep pushing through the arms. Breathe here. Big step forward. Keep your left heel lifted. Bend your knee 90 degrees. Inhale, arms up, open through the chest. With exhale, palms on the floor. Spread your fingers widely. With exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Bend your elbows 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Belly strongly in, glutes, strong thighs off the floor. And with the strength of your belly, roll yourself back to the downward facing dog. Left knee to the chest, lean forward, plank with the left knee even closer to your chest. My knee is a little bit twisted now just because I have injury, but you have to bring your heel to your left hip. And big step forward. Keep your right knee heel lifted, left knee 90 degrees open through the chest. And with exhale, palms on the floor, step back to the plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, open through the chest, belly, glutes strong, upward facing dog. And roll yourself back to the downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths there in the downward dog. Lengthen through the spine, through the lower back, tailbone up. Few more deep breaths there. Keep lengthening, keep pushing from your palms and send this energy through all your spine to lengthen and through your heels towards the ground. And roll forward to the high plank. Keep pushing through the arms. And here lift your left leg a little bit off the floor. Keep your hips square and start a small pulsations with your left leg up and down. Here you have to feel the work of your left glute muscle. Flex your left foot and keep pulsation. Tuck your core muscles. Keep pressing through the arms. 5, 4, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Place your left toes. Lift your right leg a little bit off the floor. Flex your right foot and let's start pulsations. Also remember of your right glute muscle here. Keep breathing very slowly. Don't lift your hips too high, don't drop too low. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bend your elbows. Chaturanga Dandasana. Strong glutes, thighs. Open through the chest, upward facing dog. With the strength of your belly, roll yourself back to the downward facing dog. And knees on the floor, knees, hips width apart, a little bit lengthen, place your palms further, place your elbows, shoulders width apart. In here, let's take a puppy pose. You can place your forehead on the floor, or if you feel confident, place your chin to the floor. If your neck is comfortable here, lean a little bit forward. Make sure your hips above your knees. And if possible, place your chin and chest on the floor. Take a few deep breaths here. Open through the chest. With each exhale, relax your back muscles even more. Allow your chest to go deeper toward the floor. And slowly with the next exhale, slide back. You can take a child pose, hips towards your heels, round through the spine, forehead on the floor. And slowly roll yourself up to the table pose. Here, make sure you don't hang on your shoulders. Keep pushing. Keep muscles around your shoulders engaged. Create a space between shoulder blades. Upper back is a little bit round. Shoulders far from your ears. Free your neck. Also, no arch in your lower back. Tuck your tailbone. Make sure your spine is a little bit like rounded. And place your right foot to the side. Again, round through the spine. Lift your leg parallel to the floor and keep breathing. 1, 2, flex your foot. 3, make sure your right heel aligns with your right hip. 4, 5, 6, bend your knee and slowly down. Also make sure you don't lean too much to the opposite side. You can spread your palms a little bit wider. And now left leg to the side, press the floor and lift parallel to the floor, flex your foot. My leg is going a little bit higher, it's also fine. You can place your right arm here on your right thigh to make sure you don't lean too much to the right. 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly down. Inhale, drop your back. And with exhale, round your spine. And again, tuck your core muscles. We're gonna do active up and down. Right knee to the side, straight up and down. Slowly flex your foot. When you lift up, make sure your heel is parallel to the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7. Bend your knees, slowly bring it back. Inhale, drop your back. Exhale, round through the spine, tuck your chin. And let's do left side. Left knee to the side. Straight your legs, flex your feet. 1, 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bend your knee and bring it back. Inhale, drop your back. With exhale, round through the spine and press yourself back to the downward facing dog. Lengthen through the spine. Take a few deep breaths here. And slowly roll yourself with the strength of your belly forward to the high plank again. And touch your right triceps with your right knee. Keep leaning a little bit forward. Keep lifting your right heel closer to your right hip. 2, 3. You can press with your right knee strongly to your right triceps. 4 and 5. Place your right palm on the center of your mat. Left heel on the floor. Left arm up. You can keep your right knee bended on straight your leg parallel to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place your right heel on the floor here. Lift your both toes up to the sky. Open through the chest, left arm behind. Engage your glute muscles. Press your hips up. Reverse plank. And slowly bend your right knee again. Bring it to the chest. Left palm on the floor. Step back to the plank. You can take a rest in the table pose or in the plank. And now left knee pushing your left triceps. Keep pushing, leaning a little bit forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't hand on your shoulder blades. Keep breathing. 5. Left palm to the center. Keep your left knee bended, right arm up, or left leg parallel to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left heel on the floor, back. Both toes up, reverse plank. Squeeze your glute muscles and press your hips up, open through the chest. And slowly, as you bend in your left knee, roll down, place your right palm on the floor. Step back to the plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Slowly, inhale, glutes, belly strong, open through the chest, upward facing dog. With the strength of your belly through the round spine, roll yourself back to the downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths. Let your spine lengthen. Press the floor with your both arms strongly. Drop your head down, rotate your hips up to the sky. You can micro-bend your knees if needed. Breathe Ujjayi through the nose. And slowly roll forward. Bring your right knee to the chest. And again, place your right foot between your palms. And slowly keep your left heel up. Both arms up. Make sure your right knee is 90 degrees, not falling down. Keep it facing center. Inhale to the chest. And with exhale, spread your arms, interlace your fingers behind and pull your arms behind, open through the chest, connect your shoulder blades and slide with your shoulders more down. Keep your hips square. Press forward with your left hip with the strength of your left glute muscle. Inhale, spread your arms from side to side and twist to the right side. Twisted warrior. Try to keep your hips square and try to bend still keep your right knee 90 degrees and move your right arm more back. Keep your core strong. Few more breaths. Focus on slow, full Ujjayi breathing. And slowly right arm goes down, left arm up. Open yourself to warrior 2. Bend your right knee 90 degrees again. Engage your core muscles. Tuck your tailbone. And breathe slowly. 3, 4. Make sure your right knee rotated outward. 5, 6. Strong arms parallel to the floor. 7, 8, 9. Keep it here. 10. Make sure your right knee is still 90 degrees. Left arm on your left side leg and right arm behind, lengthen. Lift your left knee up. Look over your right shoulder. You can sink lower on your right knee. And with exhale, right palm inside your right foot and left arm align with all left side of your body. Look over your left shoulder. Utthita Parshva Konasana. Keep it here. 3. Rotate your right knee outside. Lift up your left knee up. 4. And 5. Slowly bend your arms behind. Right arm under your right knee. Right heel. Open through the chest. Keep twisting. 1. Keep your right knee 90 degrees. 2, 3, 4, 5, and try to straighten your right leg as much as possible. And slowly rebend, release your arms. You can place your right foot a little bit closer. Right palm in front of your right foot, Ardha Chandrasana. Move your weight on your right leg. You can look down, flex your left foot, open through the right side, and left arm up. Look over your left shoulder. 2, keep rotating your left hip up. 3, 4, 5. Both palms slowly on the floor. Keep your left foot flexed, lengthen. Left palm on the floor. And twist right arm up. 1, 2. Keep your hips square. 3, 4, and 5. Both palms on the floor. Lift your left leg up. Fall a little bit more forward. If you have confidence, catch your ankle with your right palm and then with your left palm, or you keep your left palm on the floor. Keep balance, look down, catch the floor with your eyes. And now both palms again on the floor. And as you bend in your right knee, big step back. And widen your step, close your hips here. Make sure your right knee is 90 degrees and lift yourself up to warrior again. Keep your left heel up. And now left elbow over your right knee. Palms in front of your chest, keep twisting. I know your right thigh is already burning. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look forward, palm on the floor. Step back to the plank pose. Take a few deep breaths. If you need a rest, you can rest on a table pose or child pose, or you can stay with me in a plank. And slowly lean forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. With inhale, upward facing dog. And slowly push yourself back to the downward facing dog. Lengthen, take a few deep breaths. You can move with your hips, feel the change between your right and left hip here. And slowly, left knee to the chest, roll forward to the high plank. And big step forward. Now, right heel lifted, left knee 90 degrees, strong legs, open your arms, your chest. Keep pressing your right hip forward with the strength of your right glute muscle. Keep your left knee facing straight forward. Sink lower in your left knee if you can. Open your arms, interlace your fingers behind. And pull your arms back, connect your shoulder blades, open through the chest. But keep your belly in and keep pressing your hips forward at the same time. Strong legs. Spread your arms from side to side and now twist to the left side as if you want to hug someone on the left side of you. Keep your left knee 90 degrees still. Keep pulling your right heel forward, back, sorry. Lift up your right kneecap. Keep breathing slowly here. Sink even lower on your left thigh, on your left knee. And slowly open yourself to warrior two. Make sure your left knee facing forward. Tuck your tailbone on the same time. Lift up your right kneecap. Press down through the outer edge of your right foot. Breathe here. Keep your belly strong, lifted up, a little bit inside, arms parallel to the floor, open through the chest, and slowly, right arm on the right leg to the side. Keep your left knee 90 degrees, open through the chest, lengthen through the left side of your body. Sink lower on your left knee. Make sure your left knee are not falling inward. And slowly, left palm inside your left foot and lengthen right arm. Align your body from your right heel to the tips of your right fingers. Left knee 90 degrees. 3, 4, 5, slowly, right arm behind on your left hip and left arm under your left hip, catch, twist, open your chest up. 1, 2, don't lift your hips too much. 3, make sure your left knee still 90 degrees. 4, very strong legs as your base here. 5, straight your left leg if possible. As much as possible. You can still keep it a little bit bended. And slowly rebend again. Place your left palm in front of your left foot. You can micro step forward with your right arm. And now right leg, sorry. Right arm up, flex your right foot, Ardha Chandrasana. If you have confidence, look up, or you can look down, open through the all the right side of your body. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly, both palms on the floor. Square your hips, keep your right leg parallel to the floor, engage your right glute muscles. Twist to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly, both palms on the floor. Lift your right leg up as much as possible for you. If you have confidence, catch your left ankle, lengthen, and try to catch your ankle with your right palm also. Catch something with your look on the floor, and slowly release palms on the floor, and as you bend in your left knee, drive your right foot back as much as you can in. Widen your step if needed. Find the balance. Lift up again to warrior one, and twist to the left side. Right elbow over your left knee, palms in front of your chest. One, keep twisting. Two, hips square, strong legs. Three, four, and five. Release, palms on the floor. Step back to the plank pose. You can take few breaths in child pose or in table pose, or still stay with me in a plank. Don't fall on your shoulders. Left palm to the center, both heels to the left, and now right arm up and right knee up. Vastisthasana variation. And step back with your right toes open through the chest, dancing dog. Press with your hips up, strong glute muscles. And slowly, as you roll in back, guide your right foot forward and place your right foot on the right side of your left palm. And here, micro step forward with your left leg, palms in front of your chest or on your hips. Warrior three, flex your left foot, make sure your hips is square. You can keep your palms in front of your chest. And slowly, as you straighten up, lift your left leg parallel to the floor. Keep your hip flexed as you're falling forward. Left leg parallel to the floor behind. And forward to Utthita Hasta. 2. And back. Keep your left heel flexed. And 3. Up. And slowly come back to warrior. Keep control and we will stay up. Palms maybe on your hips to the side. And now rotate your hip, heel back, toes forward. And as you go into the warrior three now, your toes facing down, body parallel to the floor. And as you lifting up, rotate your toes up, heel down, and come back. And let's do second time. To the side, rotate, bend a little bit forward, and now toes down, body parallel to the floor, and slowly come back, and slowly come back to the warrior three, and again to the warrior, to the Utthita Hasta. Bend your left knee, catch your foot with your right palm, outer edge of your left foot, twist to the side, open to the left side, try to straighten your left leg, look over your left fingertips. If you have confidence to look behind, you can still look forward, and slowly bend your knee and guide your left leg back, big step back, and both palms on the floor. Step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and through the strong belly roll yourself back to the downward facing dog. Roll forward to the plank, right palm on the center, both heels to the right, left arm up, left knee up to this high Vastisthasana variation, left toes back, open chest to the silly flipper dog or dancing dog. And slowly, as you crawl in a little bit forward, you look down close to your right palm and guide your left foot forward. Good. Micro step forward, palms on your hips or in front of your chest. Warrior 3. Make sure your right glute is working here. Flex your right foot. Inhale, right leg parallel to the floor. Exhale, slowly down. And Utthita Hasta 2 and Warrior 3. Keep your foot flex, hips square, and up slowly with control. Don't use inertia, try to move with control, and slowly up. Palms maybe on your waist to the side. Fall a little bit forward, rotate your toes forward. And now toes down, hips square to the warrior. Come back, rotate your hip up and forward and back. Rotate your hip down. And last one. Heel down, toes up. And slowly to the warrior 2. Toes down. And as you're lifting up, bend your right knee, catch outer edge of your right foot with your left palm and twist to the right side. Open your right arm back and press forward with the outer edge of your right foot. And at the same time, pull back with your left palm. Bring your right hip joint back in the socket. Don't pull too much forward. Come back to the center. And as you bend in your left knee, guide your right foot back, palms on the floor, step back to the plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, open through the chest, glutes strong, and with the strength of your body, roll yourself back, downward facing dog, and slowly right foot, big step forward. Inhale, lengthen with exhale, left knee on the floor. Here, make sure you have more than 90 degrees angle on your right knee. Rotate your hips forward until you feel stretching on your left thigh. So no arch. Try to lengthen through the lower back. Keep your tailbone down and pelvic bone rotated forward towards your lower ribs. And from here you can fall a little bit down with your hips. Open your arms, open your chest, interlace your fingers to Kali Mudra and breathe here. 2, 3, keep your belly lifted a little bit. 4, Ashvasalanchasana. 5, open your arms from side to side. Here, glutes strong. Catch your left back thigh, open through the chest. And a little bit lean forward. Crawl your left toes under. Interlace your fingers again. Here, keep balance. Flex your right toes. And fall forward, Ardha Hanumanasana, belly between your thighs. Keep your right foot flexed strongly. You can release your arms, inhale, lengthen, and with exhale, belly closer to your thighs. Keep it there, breathe. If you need blocks, if your right hamstring is not flexible enough, it's okay. You can take a blocks and keep lengthening, keep rotating your right hip back, left hip a little bit forward. Press the floor with your arms. Try to lift your right leg off the floor. Move a little bit from side to side. If you want to try full Hanumanasana, try to guide your right foot more forward with the strength of your muscles. And slowly, if you need a block, take the block or slowly move towards Slide your feet towards each other with the strength of your muscles for a few seconds. Your left toes forward, right heel back. Try kind of to gather your feet together and then release and slide more forward with your right hip. Don't hang on your joints. Keep your both glutes strong, belly strong. Take a few breaths. If you can fully go to Hanumanasana, make sure your hips square, your left hip, your left glute muscle strong, belly strong, and press the floor and bring your right leg all the way back to the downward facing dog. And slowly, same to the left side, left foot forward, right knee on the floor. Make sure you have more than 90 degrees, so your left knee straight above your heel. Lift it up first, a little bit more up. Rotate your hips forward, and from this rotated hips, you're trying to go closer to the floor with your hips. Keep your belly strongly lifted. Keep your both glute muscles working. Please don't hang on your joints. Open your arms up, open through the chest. Take a few deep breaths. Keep control, keep active stretch. Try not to hang on your joint. If you feel pressure in your lower back, lift a little bit more up. Engage your muscles and then try to stretch with control. And now palms on your right side behind. And again, lift a little bit, open to the chest and fall a little bit down with your hips. Keep your muscles working, keep lengthening up through to the top of your chest. And keep your fingers interlaced behind. Curl your right toes under. And as you're moving your hips back, flex your left foot. Keep your hips square. Fall forward, Ardha Hanumanasana. Keep balance. It's a little bit tricky pose. Keep pulling your arms back. Now left hip back, right hip forward. Palms on the floor. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Fall a little bit more closer towards your left thigh. Flexing your left foot. And as you press in the floor, place your palms a little bit closer to your right knee. Press the floor around your spine. Lift your left leg off the floor. Move a little bit and guide forward. Try to lift and reach your left heel forward. Lift and reach. And then this point where you feel like it's a little bit hard to go deeper, try to squeeze your feet together with the strength of your muscles, like you want to bring your feet together again, and then release. And here you're stuck again, so try to squeeze your feet together. Left heel, you're trying to slide back, and right toes forward, and then release. As much as you need, you can take your time, feel where it's getting harder. Stop, take a few deep breaths. Keep active stretch. Try not to hang on your joints again. Keep your hips working, belly working. Take a few deep breaths. Make sure your left foot flexed. And as you press in the floor with your palms, try to lift your left foot off the floor and slide back to the downward facing dog. Lengthen here. Now knees on the floor, and let's take a puppy pose as we were doing in the beginning. So your both knees, hips width apart, your arms forward first, elbows on the floor, shoulders width apart, and slowly open through the chest. Gentle back bending. You can place your forehead on the floor or chest and chin. Take a few deep breaths and slide back to the downward facing dog. To the child pose. Forehead on the floor, take a few deep breaths. And slowly roll forward to the table pose. And place your palms from side to side of your mat and slowly lower yourself on your belly. Here, make sure your palms from side to side of your chest, close your elbows back. And now with your lower ribs, you're kind of walking forward, belly long, press down with your hip bones and lift your chest and legs up. You don't see my legs behind my head, but it's lifted. And try to keep your legs together or you keep it separate. Slide your shoulders back, elbows back. Shalabhasana, 1, 2, breathe deeply. 3, 4, if you're not comfortable with your neck, you can tuck your chin. 5, and slowly take a few breaths, forehead on the floor. With next inhale, now palms in front of your chest towards each other. And lengthen even more, help with your arms. And now arms up, legs up. 1, 2, legs higher, arms higher. 3, 4, 5, and slowly down. Take a few deep breaths. And let's do half bridge first. So you roll on your spine. Place your heels closer to your hips. Make sure your toes are parallel, not open from side to side. Your feet parallel and toes can face in even a little bit inside. Make sure your back is flat, lower back connected to the floor. You're even trying to push your lower back down towards the floor. And we will start lift spine from the tailbone, vertebra by vertebra up. So you tuck your belly muscles, pelvis up, hips up, and one by one, vertebra by vertebra. Keep your knees towards each other, pushing, and roll your chest on your chin, squeeze your glute muscles, very strong legs here. And glute muscles are strong. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing from your legs. Roll more your chest onto your chin, strong legs, and slowly unroll from your shoulder blades. Tuck your tailbone, and then your lower back. Slowly rotate your tailbone up still. At the last point, you're placing your hips on the floor. Next time, you're free to do the same half bridge. If you're confident, we can try full bridge. Place your palms under your shoulders, closer to your ears, and start from your legs. So you're lifting your hips up. First, you can place your top of your head on the floor, and from there lift. Keep squeezing your hips and legs towards each other, and then roll forward, chest over your palms. Try to straighten your legs. Keep your glutes strong, keep your legs strong, it's your base. Keep lengthening through the lower back, and breathe here. And slowly lift your maybe heels up as you bend in your elbows, slowly head on the floor, neck, and unroll your spine. And bring your knees closer to your chest. Gently roll from side to side here. And now lift your nose between your knees, arms forward. Now round your spine. You have to feel your core muscles working. Arms parallel to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Engage your core even more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly unroll. Now, right leg straight on the floor. Left knee to the chest. Catch your left knee with your right palm. Left arm to the left side. Place your left knee to the right side. Try to keep your left shoulder on the floor and look over your left arm. And try to place your left knee to the right side. At the same time, you're trying to keep your left shoulder on the floor. Soften your belly here, soft belly twist. Take a few deep breaths. And let's change the side. Now, your left leg on the floor, right knee to the chest. And right arm to the right side and guide your right knee to the left with your left arm. Look over your right shoulder. Try to keep your right shoulder on the floor. And as you soften your belly, allow your hips to twist even more. Take a few deep breaths here. And come back to the center. Catch your shin and roll back and forward times. On your spine and sit down. Here we have already 45 minutes. If you have time for any inversion pose, Shirshasana, headstand, or Pincha Mayurasana, forearm stand, you can try with me, or you can finish here. If you want to continue with Shirshasana, place your forearms on the floor. Here, make sure your elbows, you can catch your elbows with your palms like this. And then interlace your fingers. So your elbows are not too wide. It's exactly your shoulders distance apart. Interlace your fingers. You can try it with the wall. First, place the top of your head on the floor. And here, don't lock your neck. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And try not to press too much down with your head. You're trying to actually keep the weight on your forearms, going closer with your toes, and try to lift your hips up, or you can try to jump up first if you're not confident, and stay here for as long as you feel confident. And also don't fall down with your shoulders. Keep pressing yourself from your forearms, from your elbows. No weight on your head. Take a few breaths here. Try to squeeze your glutes and tuck your belly in. And slowly, after a few breaths, when you feel it's enough, you're trying to move your hips a little bit back, bending your hips, and slowly guide your toes down to the floor. You can stay here, and when you feel, take a child pose until you can come back to the natural breath. When you feel your blood came back to the whole body from your head and upper body. And slowly come back on your back. Bring your knees to the chest again. Hug your knees, roll a little bit from side to side. And let's stretch shoulders a little bit. So lay down on the left side of your mat. And here, make sure your elbow is the same distance as your shoulder here on the same line. Bend your elbow 90 degrees, so your elbow and your fingers aligned, big your finger up. Place your left shoulder on the floor. Press through your right shoulder on the floor. Press through the left arm. Place your right cheek on the floor, and with your left leg, you kind of twisting back. You have to feel the stretch in your right shoulder here. Try to place your right shoulder on the floor. If it's lifted too much, take any comfortable position for you here. Take a few deep breath there. It's quite intense stretching, so make it easy for you. But make sure your right elbow is not too much down. Make sure it's even a little bit more up. And slowly, let's change the side. For me, it's easier when I'm sliding to the opposite side of my mat, so I can check that my elbow is the same line as my shoulder or a little bit higher, and my elbow and my fingers align with the side of my mat, pressing through the right arm. I'm laying on my left shoulder, left cheek on the floor, and I'm twisting with my right leg behind, and keep stretching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly release. You can lay down on your back again. Bring your knees to the chest. Take some shavasana, or you can roll up. Come back to the natural breath with taking a few minutes in a sitting with your legs crossed, spine straight, shoulders down, neck long, or you just lay down and take 10 minutes or less, as much as you can, for your shavasana. Thank you for the practice today. Namaste.